Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the third and final part of this little video series of the National Guard training for food riots and mass detentions. We just finished up actually with this second article right here, and we covered this first article. And the first video is Homeland Security expecting a major terror attack, or we can call it a false flag terrorist attack, because we don't, it's like Rahm Emanuel said, you don't want to let a good crisis go to waste, or Kissinger, or any of those other people who say, you should always look at a crisis as an opportunity. So, and I'm sure Rockefeller's made that a similar quote too. But basically, it is the problem, reaction, solution mechanism or tactics. That's how they get things done. The elites. It's problem, reaction, solution, and I got that from David Icke. Although I don't believe in everything that he says, much like Alex Jones. A lot of the information that they give is true. But, like everything else that's disinfo, you have, the truth sandwich where it's two truths on the outside with lies, or just lies in the middle. And that's what the disinfo is they're trying to lead you down a rabbit hole. So any of those out there that either like Alex Jones, or just don't like him, or used to like him and now they don't like him, trust me, I'm not a humongous Alex Jones supporter. I have written a couple articles for Infowars.com, but I basically have distanced myself from the show. I don't listen to it anymore. Basically, it's about a year and a half. But anyways, long story, and it's kind of pointless. But the article's actually coming from this website, and it's titled "Huge Number of Disaster Drills Held Throughout America." It says extraordinary number of drills cause for concern, and let's check it out. So I move down here. This is from June 14th, 2010, and it says, from terrorist attacks and hurricane evacuations to submarine base and nuclear power plant mishaps, bomb blasts, plane crashes, dirty bombs, hazmat spills, earthquakes, medical disasters, and train derailments, America is on high alert. Over the past several weeks to the present, more than 35 major disaster drills are taking place throughout America. It makes one wonder what's prompting all these emergency exercises and planning venues. Was it confusion over government Palin's often quoted drill baby drill? No. It's recognition that the feds are leaving ordinary citizens to fend for themselves. States aren't happy about this. And I said this is a member of the Wood County SWAT team watches the backs of team members during a mock drill in Ohio. It says, and Ohio is a big state with National Guard and doing these exercises. I always see articles of them doing exercises with other countries, because that's how it is nowadays. It's most states have a foreign country assigned to them or attached to them. So most states have, like Serbia, like Ohio has Serbia, I think, and Kentucky, has some other country. But basically, the way I see it is, it's the National Guard working because they're federalized, but they're not just federalized; they're also international soldiers. So that's why you see them overseas fighting against the quote terrorists in the Middle East, because they're not about the state and they're not about protecting the citizens. It's about protecting the interests of the globalist. And so that's why you'd have National Guard, international guard working with foreign countries, because it's a global army. So, and this person includes the whole illegal immigration problem in this article, which is I'm not going to go off on too much, but just read this part right here, because like I said, it's it is something to keep in mind as far as the mass detentions go, because that could be another reason for deploying National Guard and setting up checkpoints, which they technically have already done. Um, they're still doing the checkpoints like 100 miles into the United States. But yeah, so it says Governor Brewer was finally forced to sign legislation that does nothing more than underscore what's already on the federal law books. It goes nowhere beyond. Yet she's castigated as sorry about that as racial, a bigot, someone who places herself above federal law. And so, if it says that if the feds upheld the Constitution as written, Governor Brewer would not have to endorse federal law with state provisions. And then you see this picture here. Give us a bunch of either Mexican Americans or Mexicans saying, give us free health care, jobs with no taxes, give us free house, give us free food. You owe us, America. And then in red, we will shoot more police in Arizona until we get free. So there you go. And that's what La Raza, everything for, inside the race, outside the race, nothing. And so you have these they call them urban groups, such as the groups that Sotomayor, new Supreme Court justice, supports. They call them urban social groups. They're basically groups that radicalize like Hispanics and Mexican Americans and Mexicans to basically hate on Americans, white America, and I hate to say that without sounding racist, but that's basically what it is. It's just kind of equal to the to any other racial group that preaches, everything for us, such as KKK, skinheads, or whatever. So, but anyway, just like the National Guard is going to be used to protect the citizens and the people during these riots and all that, when the economy collapses or the pharmaceutical companies release viruses into the population, they're not going to be there to protect the people. And it's the same with the borders, the National Guard and that, and Border Patrol. They're not going to actually be there to protect the American people and their interests from people who are coming over the border illegally, just literally jumping over the border and then asking for free health care and free jobs and house and food. I don't know where the hell they get all this, all these ideas from that they're owed that. But yeah, so it's a big problem, and they're not going to be used to protect you from them, right? They're going to just protect the interest, which is the globalists. And so when you look at it that way, you realize that it's really about protecting or keeping the borders open. It's about keeping those borders open and allowing them, people from other countries to come in here illegally and to drain our social system. While most Americans don't even have enough money to, not most, but a good amount of people are out of work and don't have enough money to pay their bills. So. But there you go. Here's 5-year national exercise program, and has all the national level exercises in there. There's the one from last year. But yeah, just you might want to pause this and check this out for yourself. And you have the author here saying, clearly government is more concerned with the appearances and bug passing than it is in getting the job done, preparing and protecting America, which of course, like I just explained, that it's not about protecting you, it's about protecting the globalist interest. So here's all the drills that are going on. Check out the website and go in there, and these are all links so you can actually look at each one of them, which I did. But yeah, so, and what is this all about? For all those people that say, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist." Well, the old is done. The old way, the old world order is done, and we already are in the new world, the new way. And it's basically a restructuring like the economy. It's a restructuring of society, and it's time to get rid of all those who aren't ready for this brave new world, and it's time to purge them. Thank you.